This is your homework helper, Mrs. Anderson. Today I will help you with Lesson 1, Relate Division to Multiplication. We're on a new chapter. This is Chapter 3, so the lessons start over, and now we're at Lesson 1. All right, today we're talking about fact families. Let's take a look. Whenever you have a multiplication equation or a division problem, you are using three numbers. And what I mean by that is you can relate three numbers to it. So here I have 4 times 5 equals 20. Then using the commutative property, I can change it to 5 times 4. These two numbers can trade places and I get the very same answer. Then when I do division, I start with the big number. I divide by one of the small numbers and I get the other number. And this time I start with the big number and I divide by the other number, 5, and I get the other small number. We can check by using a drawing here. Here I have 5 groups and each group has 4 in it. If I count them, it's 20 altogether. So now what you're going to do is write a fact family for each set of these numbers. So here I have 2, 10, and 20. When I do multiplication, the small numbers are the factors. 2 times 10 equals 20. And then you'll switch these around and do 10 times 2 equals 20. Then when you do the division factors, you're going to start with 20. Divide by one of the small numbers. Oh, my mind's still back on the example. 20 divided by 2 will be 10. And then do the other one. 20 divided by 10 equals 2. You'll do the same thing here on number 2 and number 3. Okay, over here on number 4. We're actually doing the exact same thing, but this time we don't have 4 facts. We only have 2 of the facts. And we're going to relate them because we're using the same numbers here. So we're going to think 36 divided by what equals 6? And if we don't know what that is, then we switch it to multiplication and say 6 times what equals 36? Well, 6 times 6 equals 36. So that will also fit here. 36 divided by 6 will be 6. Okay, you'll do the same thing here. Here I have 77 divided by 11. If I don't know what 77 divided by 11 is, I can do it multiplication. I can say, what number times by 11 will equal 77? Then you'll write the answer in here. Okay, and then the same thing here. What number divided by 8 equals 12? Or 12 times 8 equals what number? And if you're not sure what 12 times 8 is, you can do it this way to get the answer. Okay. Here we have a variable. Something is missing. So we basically ask ourselves 4 times what number equals 12? And whatever number goes there is what we will write here. B equals and the number that would fit there. You'll do the very same thing on this one and this one. Okay, 3 times what number equals 45? We haven't done clear to 45, so I'm going to tell you the answer to this one, and it is 15. Okay, you should be able to do the other one. Number 10, choose the correct words to complete the sentence below. A group of related facts that use the same numbers is called a excuse me, fact family. And write that in. Okay. Now, we're using fact families to answer some real-world problems. Excuse me. Number 11. Julian places 8 books on each shelf of a bookcase. If he shelves 32 books, how many shelves are needed? That one is like saying he has a bookshelf. And this bookshelf has 8 books. This bookshelf has 8 books. And so on until we get to 32. And then we count how many shelves there are. Okay. Number 12. There are 15 cats ready for new homes at the pet store. There are 5 cages with cats in the store. If each cage has the same number of cats, how many cats are in each cage? I have 5 cages and 15 cats altogether, so I have to have the same amount of cats in each cage. And you're going to tell how many cats are. So I could do, here's 1 cat, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep going till I've used all 15. Or do a division fact. The leaves of a poison ivy plant are found in clusters of 3. One poison ivy plant has a total of 21 leaves. How many leaf clusters does this plant have? So let's imagine this. A leaf cluster would be like 3 leaves. And then over here we have another cluster of 3 leaves. Then over here maybe we have another cluster of 3 leaves. Okay, one poison ivy has 21 leaves altogether, if you count these individually. So how many leaf clusters would that be? You can draw a picture of it, you can do division, you can do multiplication. You could do it like this. 3 times what number equals 21? Okay, and then here at the end. A local pet store has a total of 72 fish in 9 tanks. Each tank holds the same number of fish. How many fish are in each tank? You can do division. You can do multiplication. You could draw pictures of 9 tanks. Okay, and then put the same amount of fish in each tank. Thanks for watching this homework helper video. If you have questions, feel free to ask me tomorrow at school.